Remember that time your computer crashed and you lost your homework? Frustrating, right? Now imagine that on a massive scale, entire systems crashing, important information vanishing. That's the scary reality of technology crises. From minor glitches to major meltdowns, tech problems can disrupt our lives, businesses, and even entire countries. Think about it, we rely on technology for everything from banking to healthcare to communication. When things go wrong, the consequences can be huge. Just ask anyone who's ever lost their phone. But sometimes, the stakes are even higher. Let's dive into two major tech events that kept people on the edge of their seats: Y2K and the CrowdStrike bug. Picture this. It's the late 1990s. The internet is becoming a big deal. People are freaking out about something called Y2K. What was all the fuss about? Y2K, short for year 2000, was a computer bug. Back then, computers often used only 2 digits to represent the year. So, 99 meant 1999. The problem? When the year 2000 rolled around, computers might think it was 1900, potentially causing chaos. Imagine your bank account suddenly losing 100 years worth of interest, or traffic lights going haywire. People were worried about everything from power outages to planes falling out of the sky. Thankfully, people took Y2K seriously. Governments and companies spent billions of dollars to fix the bug. Programmers worked tirelessly to update systems. And guess what? When the clock struck midnight on January 1st, 2000, the world didn't end. Sure, there were a few minor glitches, but the widespread disaster everyone feared never happened. Why? Because people prepared. Fast forward to the present day. We're all more reliant on technology than ever. And just like in the past, things can still go wrong. Take the CrowdStrike bug, for example. CrowdStrike is a cybersecurity company. They make software that protects computers from viruses and hackers. But in July of 2024, they had a bit of a whoops moment. A bug in their software caused some computers to mistakenly flag harmless files as dangerous. It was like your spam filter suddenly deciding that all emails from your best friend were actually malicious attacks. This caused a lot of confusion and frustration for CrowdStrike's customers. Some people were even locked out of their own systems, not ideal to say the least. Unlike Y2K, which had a clear deadline, January 1st, 2000, the CrowdStrike bug seemed to pop up out of nowhere. It highlighted how even the companies we trust to keep us safe online can make mistakes. How do these two events compare, you might ask? Y2K was a global scare, with years of build-up and massive preparation. It was like studying for a huge exam months in advance. The CrowdStrike bug, on the other hand, was more like a pop quiz, sudden, unexpected, and a little stressful. The good news is that CrowdStrike was able to fix the bug relatively quickly, but the incident still raised some important questions about cybersecurity and the importance of being prepared for the unexpected. One big difference between Y2K and the CrowdStrike bug was the level of public awareness. Y2K was everywhere in the news. People were talking about it at work, at school, even at the dinner table. The CrowdStrike bug, while significant in the tech world, didn't quite reach the same level of mainstream attention. Maybe that's because we've become so accustomed to technology working smoothly that we take it for granted until something goes wrong. There are lessons to be learned, however, from this. As we rely more heavily on technology, it's important to come up with a well-thought-out strategy to mitigate something like this in the future. One way we can possibly do this is by realizing that technology, while amazing, it isn't perfect. Glitches happen, bugs appear, it's the nature of the beast. Second, preparation is key. The Y2K scare showed us that by taking action early, we can mitigate risks and prevent potential disasters. Finally, we can't become complacent. The CrowdStrike bug reminded us that even the most sophisticated systems can have vulnerabilities. Just like you wouldn't wait for your car to break down before getting it serviced, we need to prioritize cybersecurity and be proactive in addressing potential tech issues. After all, the best way to deal with a tech crisis is to prevent it from happening in the first place.